you is I don't care who you got at quarterback. When you're running the ball like this, let's take a look at some of the numbers. Let's take a look at some of the numbers and we build this thing out. Let me take this down because I can't see. Can we take that? Hold on, let me take this down. Here we go. Let's talk about this. The thing that I want everybody to focus on, let's get down, let's skip the top line between the quarterback, Shedeur Sanders and Caleb Williams. Let's take a look at the rushing game. Shedeur Sanders, 2 carries, 24 yards. This is the second game in a row Shedeur Sanders has led the Browns in rushing. This is the second game in a row. Let me throw this out there, that Shedeur Sanders has led them in rushing. Quinshon Judkins had 12 carries for 21 yards. Travion Williams, who they just picked up off the street, and a tight end, had 1 carry for 2 yards. The Cleveland Browns attempted to run the football by running backs. We're not counting, because the scrambles by Shedeur Sanders are not runs. Those are scrambles. Those are not design runs. Let this sink in. Quinshon Judkins, your running back, is a rookie. You ran the ball between running backs 13 times for 24 yards. Now, here's what we're going to do, and we're going to drill down, and we're going to get real football tech right here. We're going to really talk football. I've been around this game or playing this game for 40 years. If you are running the ball 13 times for 24 yards and it's -6 degrees outside, you will never win. I don't care if you got Santa Claus, Rudolph, Frosty the Snowman, Alvin and the Chipmunks, He-Man, Superman, Batman. I don't care who you got at running back or who you got at quarterback. If you are running the ball 13 times for 24 yards, you are in trouble. Look on the opposite end of the spectrum. It's about stopping the run and running the football. You lost last week. Again, this is why we do these type of exercises. I don't know if people thought I was going to come in here and talk about the quarterback play 1,000 times. We'll get to it. But this is the problem. You lost last weekend, not because your quarterback play. Your quarterback accounted for 4 touchdowns and 350 yards plus. You know why you lost the game last week? Because your quarterback was your leading rusher again, and you let another team rush for almost 200 yards. That is why you lost last weekend. I'm just giving you football 101. Maybe if you watch fantasy football and you like just watching the quarterback and you like doing those things, maybe you might not understand where the game is won in the trenches. Maybe you might not understand that, but we're going to break it down for you nice and slow today. Look on the opposite end of the spectrum. DeAndre Swift, 18 carries for another 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Manangai, 11 carries, 33 yards. Caleb Williams scrambled a little bit, had some yards, but let's take a look at this. 33 attempts. You know what you do when you rush the ball for 33 attempts? You pound the other team. You physically dominate them. You get them tired, and it opens other things up. You keep the time of possession. 33 carries, 142 yards, and in the end zone, in the red zone, when you need to be physical and score touchdowns, what did they do? 2 touchdowns, right? One team had 33 touches, 142, 2 touchdowns, and another team, besides the quarterback scrambling around, had 13 carries for 24 yards. You lose in the trenches. You lose in the trenches. Let's talk about offensive game plan scheme. Understand this. Understand this. It's cold outside. They're moving around. Watch the game plan that the Chicago Bears had in this football game. The Chicago Bears came out and were multiple under Ben Johnson. They ran the football. They ran boots. They ran multiple. I mean, tight ends were open, receivers over the middle. They gave you a layering effect of everybody. Everybody got a touch. Everybody got a touch. Let me show you the levels to this thing, right? Let me show you. Don't look at the catches and touches, right? Don't look at the receptions. I'm gonna show y'all how to break this game down in real time. You know how you're effective in an offensive game plan? The best thing in the world is when you move the ball around and don't nobody know who getting it. When you watch the Cleveland Browns, you know exactly who getting it because they don't have anybody else that could do other things besides this one person. Take a look at this. Harold Fannin Jr., 14 targets. That means he's the only guy that is even flashing, getting open. Did Cedric Tillman play today? I don't see him. 14 targets, right? Isaiah Bond had four targets, right? Let's talk about what the Chicago Bears did. And when I talk about what the Chicago Bears did, let's talk about the level of competency when you talk about the offensive play calling, the offensive playbook, and everything in between. Kevin Stefanski, and what his playbook has been, I've told you from weeks we watched the game, we watch it, the progression, and I've been naming this for 3 years. So the guys who came around and just pulled up lately, I was talking about this same stuff with Deshaun Watson. I was talking about it with Baker Mayfield. I've been pointing out play design. The problem with the Kevin Stefanski offense is not creative. You don't have route distribution. You don't have answers at every single level, whether it's deep, mid, intermediate. And when one look isn't there, you're in trouble. There is no other quick available routes to dump the ball off and answers for the quarterback. It is why everything seems like it's bagged up in a phone booth. And every time when no one is open, it's like, let me look at Cook and pat the ball. Let me show you the difference between a offense that has a direction, an offense that is multiple, and an offense that puts stress on the defense at every level. Take a look at the targets for the Cleveland Browns. 14 targets for Harold Fannin Jr., mostly underneath 10 yards. Deep routes, right? Isaiah Bond caught 2 passes. He has 4 targets. So that means as a guy who's just watching the game, what are we doing? Isaiah Bond, listen, you're not running no underneath routes, are you? No. When Isaiah Bond is on the football field, go back to the Raiders game. What is he running? He's running deep. He's running 9 routes. He's running deep routes. They're not worried about him underneath. Harold Fannin Jr., he's running everything underneath. As a matter of fact, they have such a lack of talent that Harold Fannin Jr. is split out wide against corners. That's not a mismatch. A corner on a tight end is not a mismatch in a 3rd and 10 passing down for a tight end. It's just not. But you see the level of targets. Let's flip it over. Let's take a look at the Chicago receiving. Let's take a look at it. Now, just watch the targets now. Don't look at the receptions. The receptions is crazy. Watch the targets. So you telling me when they line up in the backfield and they line up on offense, do you have a beat on what they're running? Anybody can get the rock. Luther Burden III, 7 targets. DJ Moore, 5 targets. Colston Loveland, the tight end, 5 targets. Cole Kmet, the 2nd tight end, 4 targets.
Super simple to use these trailer lights. You can take this